Did you enjoy that? Yeah. 1 minute. Let me just come a bit closer. There you go. Is that better? Yeah. Hi, my name is Rayhan, and I hope you enjoyed my intro to this video. Now, what it is, I love filmmaking, right? I love making videos, right? Ask my friends. Whenever me and my friends go out for trips, I always take a camera with me. And if not a camera, my phone's always with me anyway. So I'm always taking photos, doing videos here and there. To my friends, unknowingly, I always stage a photo, always, right? I line them up, I make them stand here and there. There's about 4 or 5 of them. One of them gets annoyed, other one can't be bothered, but I still make them do it. I still make them line up a one, I sort of stage it in a way. I put the phone down, I take photos, and at the time they get really annoyed that I do this all the time. But later on they sort of appreciate it, that it's a really useful thing to have, that at the end of the day, 10 years time, 5 years time, 20 years time, they'll see these photos and remember that we went there, us 4 boys, you know, the lads were chilling, we enjoyed ourselves, we enjoyed each other's company. But the point is that when I do videography, right, and I take videos and I record my friends and us, right, and we go somewhere, they get really annoyed. I'm telling you, we went to Scotland once, yeah, and we were at this beach. So I thought I'd do a time lapse, typically, right? For filmmakers, time lapse at a beach, crazy thunder weather, the water's coming in and out, really nice rock formation. So obviously a time lapse. But my friends, they got really annoyed with this. Yeah, they got really annoyed. It became a thing. Doing time lapse. Oh, you can do time lapse everywhere. You can do time lapse everywhere. It became a thing, right? So until this day, it's been about 3-4 years now. Until this day, they still take the mick out of me. But anyway, bottom line is, I love filmmaking. I love making videos, right? I love keeping a record or archiving places where I go, so that I can remember that I went to this place with my friends. We had a really good time, and I'm very passionate about filmmaking. But here's the big but. The point of this whole video is that until about 3-4 years ago, I didn't know I could pursue a career in filmmaking. Filmmaking was not my dream, right? I never thought I could do filmmaking as a career, because I went to boarding school, I got a degree in that subject. So obviously you look for jobs that is according to your degree, and when that didn't work out, you still gotta pay for food, you still gotta pay bills and put food on the table. So you find jobs here and there. Now in the beginning, you find any job that you don't like really. You don't really like those jobs, but you carry on, right? There's some jobs that you enjoyed, you were good at, but you don't really want to do. There's some jobs that you think, okay, it's all right. I can live with this. I enjoy it. I'm not really stressed all the time, but I love it. It's okay. I put my passion into it. Yeah, so that's the point. I did those jobs passionately, but I knew for a fact that I didn't want to do those jobs for the next 20 years, right? I stumbled upon filmmaking really by accident, even though I was into, because even at a young age, I was holding a camera anyway. My mum bought me a camera when I was a kid, and even younger than that, my uncle had this massive VHS camera, right? I used to carry that around. It used to ache at my shoulder, that's how heavy it was, right? But I used to love taking videos as a kid. But to think of it as a career, to think of it as a job I can get paid for, was not even in my radar, right? It wasn't even a thing to consider. Only until about 3-4 years ago, I took it seriously, and 4-5 years ago, I sort of did it as a hobby, right, as a pastime. So 3-4 years ago, I seriously considered it as a career, and now I'm making videos, I'm doing commercial work, and I'm in university studying filmmaking, and I can't get enough of it. I love it. But I'm sure some of you guys are out there also not knowing what you're gonna do. You're trying this job, you're trying that job, you've got hobbies, but even though you may do these things passionately. So I spent nearly 10 years of my life, right, trying to figure out what I really wanted to do. And nearly my whole 20s just went from job to job, right? Now, I thought I could do this job, which was a travel agent job. So in my last travel agent job, I thought I could do this for a long time. I thought, yes, okay, I finally found what I really wanted to do. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed helping people, which is the thing that I am very passionate about. I like to help people. It was slightly stressful, but it was good stress. I liked the challenge of finding out tickets and best prices and finding the best holidays for my customers. And the money was decent, was okay. Not so much, but it was okay. It was comfortable, right? Compared to my other jobs with hard labor. Travel agent job, it was really, really good. But then one day I asked myself, could I see myself doing this travel agent job at the age of 50? So the thought of me, right? The thought of me doing a job in travel agent for the next 20 years, that gave me a kick of the backside. Not that there's anything wrong with it, nothing wrong with it at all. It's that I couldn't see myself doing that for the next 20 years. I just thought, okay, either I gotta do something about this. So, like in a previous video, I mentioned I quit that job and I enrolled into university and I started doing commercial work now. I do it as a full-time job now, and so far it hasn't been an easy ride, and I'm not there yet. I'm honestly gonna say that I haven't made it yet, but I know for a fact this is what I want to do. Let's have a coffee break. I'm gonna confess something. I didn't do that B-roll right now. I did it earlier on and I planned it for now. Alright, so all I did now was I just made a simple coffee back there and I came back. If you're wondering, wow man, how did you do that? You know? Yeah, that's how you do it, man. YouTube videos, they're not easy. Oh, that's nice coffee, that, eh? The question that I ask myself, and I think I'm asking you to ask yourself as well, is that can you see yourself doing that job, or doing what you're doing for the next 20 years? If you are happy with what you're doing and you can see yourself for the next 20 years doing the same job, then you're fine, you're happy, and you're blessed. If you haven't figured out what you want to do, then it's not the end of the world, mate. Listen, it's not the end of the world. Carry on what you're doing, find a hobby, find something that you like doing, and trying to change that into a career. See what you can do with it. Now, if you're saying that, oh, but I'm married, I got kids, I got bills to pay, I got mortgage to, pay for, I got rent to pay, I gotta put food on the table. My man, I'm in the same boat too, right? I have a house that I gotta pay for. I gotta put food on the table. I gotta pay bills. I'm a husband to a wife. I'm a father to two of my daughters. So yeah, I'm a family man. I'm a filmmaker, and I changed my career while having all that. Right? It wasn't easy. My wife supported me very, very much. The reason why I say all this because if I can do it, believe you me, I don't mean it as a cliche sort of dialogue phrase and thing. Believe you me, if I can do it, you can do it. Right? It wasn't easy for me. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to find my path, but I know this is what I'm gonna do. Now, let me just clarify one thing. Following your passion or following your dream, whatever that means, I have no idea what that means, right? But whatever it means, it's not easy, right? You have to make sacrifices. You have to compromise. Oh yeah. Let's just pretend that we understand what follow your passion or follow your dream means, right? So then my advice would be that don't quit your job and transition over to your new career path, right? Because what I did is that I had two jobs, but I didn't quit those jobs. I did my filmmaking in the weekend. I edited those videos during the weekdays, in the evening, late into the evening actually, but all the way up till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I did that for about 1 or 2 years. Then it came a stage where I was comfortable enough where I quit my job to follow a career in filmmaking permanently, right? So it wasn't an easy road to go on, and there was a lot of compromises. There were a lot of sacrifices along the way, but I eventually got there because I knew that this is something that I really wanted to do, right? You guys may be in the same boat, that you have a job that you don't really see yourself doing for the next 20 years, but you figured out a career path that you really want to do, but you're struggling to transition over to that new career path. So you got to make some good judgment calls and find the right time of transitioning over to your new career path, right? Make sure you have enough funds in the bank account to make sure that you're stable and you can have a steady income. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe to my channel, and you know what, I'll see you in a bit, innit? So go on then, subscribe. I'm gonna wait here all day, This is a nice coffee. Oh yeah, good coffee, man, good coffee.